Hi guys, today I'm sitting with Caroline, a student at Meredith College, North Carolina, and I'm really pleased to be joined by her, and we're gonna talk to her about some of the educational stuff here, particularly in North Carolina, or especially in Meredith College. So, which semester are you in?
I'm in studio art and art education.
It's pretty cool. So, why do you want to study art?
Well, I've been doing art my whole life, and I guess actually when I was in high school, I was kind of on track to maybe do math or I don't know, some kind of like social studies or something, but I got a traumatic brain injury playing soccer, and I was kind of out of commission, and I was out of school for a while, and the only thing that brought me back was my art classes because those weren't giving me the headaches, and I was still able to like think critically, but in a very therapeutic way. So that's when I decided like this is what I want to do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is there a particular part of the art itself that you were interested in?
Yes, I love. Well, I guess all art is there's the process of making art, but I really love the process of painting.
That's cool. I've always wanted to be able to paint or draw or something, but I don't know, I just kind of give up. I remember when I was a kid, when there was an assignment from a teacher to draw something, and I just asked my classmate to do it for me. I know it's a bad example. So, how do you approach your study? Do you study like whenever you have the lecture and you just go through it directly, or just wait, postpone it till you're about to have an exam?
So that's interesting because I guess with being in art, there's like multiple different types of classes you're in. So you're in studio classes where there's barely any lecture and you're just going in and making. And then also there's art history classes, which are long lectures with tons of information and facts and dates and names. And I guess that like for me, since I'm always like making art throughout the day, it helps me to kind of like weave in memorizing and looking at notes within that. So I kind of don't postpone it until the exam. But it takes a lot of discipline to do that. So sometimes I do fall off track.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool kind of style of studying actually, because particularly myself, like I'm a terrible procrastinator. What kind of distractions do you usually have when you study? Like, do you socialize a lot, or you just like kind of when you study, when you were busy at school, and you just like kind of stop doing everything, that involves other people or whatever?
I kind of like I can't focus on things for a very long time. So I've never been that person that locks themselves in a room to study for like hours and doesn't like speak to anybody, and then will like come out with like I don't know, like a beard and a mustache or something. But I like to exercise a lot. So I'll like do a little bit of studying, and for me I like to write things and rewrite things. It's probably because like I'm very visual and also visual and aesthetic. So yeah, I need to see people and like get away from it to let I call it letting my brain like simmer.
Are you joining any organization here at school?
Yes, I'm actually I'm co-president of the art club.
Wow.
And we did a mural that's on the other side of that building over there, which is really cool. I just can't see that in the video, but and then I also I really love Italian like culture, so I'm the president of the Italian club here as well.
Oh wow! So that means that I'm actually speaking to not a nobody.
Yeah.
He's a very important person apparently. Talking again about how you approach your studying, do you usually make some summarize of the lecture, or you just like watch the lecture itself?
So again, it depends on the class. If it's a class with like an exam and like a lot of the lecture will be on an exam, I love writing, and like I don't write everything down, but I get pretty close to it because I just know now what is going to be like on the exam. But if it's like a class where there's no exams, I like listen, and I can just tell when something's like really important, or if like something's going to inspire my art, I'll write that down.
I think this question is also very interesting to hear, especially when you are just turned into a bachelor degree. What do you think the influence of having or not having, in this case, a boyfriend, or for a boy, a girlfriend, to the extent of your seriousness or your success in the study?
So that's an interesting question. I think about that a lot because I've actually been in relationships for most of college, and it honestly has really helped with my time management, like keeping me focused on like this time needs to be for them and this time needs to be for this and for this. So honestly, I think that like being single helps to like, I think helps with my art because I can just really, I have to focus in on myself like more than I want to. But yeah, honestly, I think that like, because I've always been told like, oh, dating will be a distraction, but sometimes it's also like really a way to help you like manage more things.
Yeah, so it doesn't distract at all. It helps, right?
Yeah, I think it's two-sided, I guess. My grades are better when I'm dating somebody, but my art is better when I'm single. So
another thing, maybe in terms of paying all the tuition and anything that relates to the funding stuff, do you earn a scholarship, or do you work, or you get money from your parents?
So I have a scholarship here. I got a half ride to Meredith, which still doesn't make it as cheap as state is, but it makes it significantly more affordable. I wouldn't be here without the scholarship at all. But yes, my parents and like my grandparents actually on both sides have valued higher education and started college funds for all their grandchildren the day we were born. So I'm very privileged and I'm very grateful for that, because at least I'll be able to get out of undergrad debt free, hopefully, which I'm so lucky to get to say that. So.
Oh, yeah, happy for you. Yeah, same like me. It wouldn't be possible for me to come here with my money, so I got a scholarship from, thankfully, American government. It's a Fulbright scholarship.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much. So it's a bit of a privilege for me too. Not a bit, it's quite a privilege. So after you finish your bachelor degree, are you intending to go through higher education in this master's, or what is your plan after that?
So this like pandemic has really changed things, because I was like so sure that when I graduated I was going to go on to be an educator in the public schools, but now I kind of want to pursue graduate school for art at least. I know that you can go on with your PhD for art history. I don't know about with art ed. I can get my master's in art ed, or I can get my master's like in like drawing specifically, or a medium. So now I kind of want to do that.
Would you like to tell us about your idea about the general circumstance or condition of young people, maybe in North Carolina or in America? Are they really motivated to pursue higher education, or what is their consideration regarding their decision?
I think especially I've been hearing right now with people, they don't think they're going to get a job when they graduate because of, there's a lot of unemployment right now. So a lot of people have decided they're going to do grad school, not because they want to do grad school or it's been a dream, but because they need to go somewhere and they don't feel that they're going to have a job when they finish school or their undergrad. I come from like kind of a niche group of people, like art people, and I think a lot of us want to go to grad school because we just don't want to stop having like that school and learning space to keep creating. So I know in like our field, a lot of people want to do grad school and they really want to do it to keep learning. So. But yeah, like with education, it used to be if you got your master's degree, you'd get paid more money, but you don't. So that motivation isn't there. Well, out of high school, I think a lot of people just feel like they're obligated to go on to school to get their bachelor's degree. That's kind of what I sensed. And that the people who realized that maybe college wasn't something for them or like not, they weren't really interested in going on to college, they kind of dropped out and started to do what they wanted to do.
Have you found any students who are feeling obliged to go to their bachelor degree just because that's what their parents want them to do?
Yes. I've had friends who, like my freshman year roommate, she left. I didn't know where she went. And then I got a follow from her hair account, and she's at, I guess, like a hair salon school. So like that's what she wanted to do.
What school, sir?
It's like a cosmetic school.
Okay.
Where she's doing hair and stuff, and like,
gotcha.
She's so good at it. I could never do that, but I could tell she was pressured to be at Meredith her freshman year.
All right. Well, happy to be able to speak to you and
thank you.
You share some of your thoughts and experience about studying here and being an American.
Yes.
I think it's a privilege for me too. And yes, it was a pretty good conversation with Caroline. And and hope to see you in the next video, guys.
Hey everybody out there, please subscribe to Jason's YouTube channel. Drop a like below. Just comment anything you want.
Thank you so much for doing it.
No problem.